Hi guys, Ancient Warrior. Welcome back to Prepping in Free America. If you like what you hear here, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be the first kid on your block to know what we're talking about next, hit the bell icon with all. Well guys, here I am. Here I am trying to keep my voice together. Oh, I got a call yesterday afternoon, and I've noticed some other channels talking about the same thing. Are we on the verge of World War III? I don't know. You know, as I've told you in the past, I lost my Swami hat a long time ago. I've quit trying to predict the future. Now, one of the things I'm going to tell you, is things are heating up. If the camera moves, don't be shocked. I've got a dog here at my feet. A blue heeler that thinks he's wanting to be a YouTube media sensation. Yep, now he's left. He doesn't like to be talked about. So let's talk about what's going on. This last week, the Israelis either shot a drone at a spy ship or a missile or something. I got news for you folks. If you're in government and you see a ship parked in the same place for 4 years, you know that's a spy ship. It's either a spy ship and or a supply ship. The Iranians are pissed. They're threatening armed conflict. I don't think they want to fight with Israel. Israel will pull the stops out because they know their existence depends on winning. Ukraine. Apparently, they lost electricity this last week due to Russian hackers. Now there's been some explosions, and Putin's yelling it's terrorist, Ukrainian terrorists blowing stuff up in their own country, to blame them. Guys, didn't help any that the Russians blew a dam up to get water to Crimea. Just, I don't know. Are we on the verge of World War III? God, guys, we've been there so many times. From the 1970s on. Hell, 1960s. When Kennedy stared down Khrushchev over the missiles in Cuba. A lot of people expected Khrushchev just to push the button. But you know, a madman isn't always unintelligent. Sometimes they're a little smarter than people think. And he knew that the United States was going to get involved in what's called MAD, mutual assured destruction. Kennedy would have leveled not only Cuba, but he'd have leveled Moscow. we'd have been at that world war. But cooler heads prevailed. In the 1970s, under weak stick Jimmy Carter, the Iranians took, the Revolutionary Guard, as they're called now, took control of the United States Embassy, holding some of our people hostage. Because Carter was a weak stick, there was no retaliation. When the 1980 elections happened and Ronald Reagan won the election, first words out of his mouth is, "Release our people, or shortly after I'm inaugurated, we'll come get them." They apparently took him at his word. Because as he was being inaugurated the Iranians loaded the hostages up on aircraft and flew them out. And if I remember right, they were flown to Germany. They didn't want to see the American people have a lot of things going on. But they have resolve. A friend of mine contacted me the other day, and I kind of had to laugh at him. He lives down in Galveston, and he was remarking how many sub hunters he's seeing out over the Gulf. And I just laughed and said, "You do know that a lot of times those are training missions disguised. They're disguised as training missions where they're actually looking for submarines from unfriendly countries." The Black Sea Fleet, from what I understand of the Russians, is working up in the Arctic right now. American Navy, from the Pacific Fleet and the Atlantic Fleet, are also up there working. Just to remind the Russians where they're at. How close are we to World War III? Let's just pray that we've got somebody in the White House who keeps a cool head. Because right now, that's what we need, is cooler heads. Let's hope we don't have a war hawk, because we don't need another endless war. I look at what's going on. I see a lot of young men and women coming home broken. Not physically, mentally and morally. Because they know that they're fighting an endless war. Why are we still in Afghanistan? Hell, the Russians got out of there because they couldn't control the situation. Are we trying to control the poppy fields to get more drugs into this country? I can't tell you. All we can do is hope and pray that our leaders, the Russians and the Chinese leaders, that they're all going to use cooler heads. Biden's already started giving up things, so his concessions may get us in trouble. With that being said, prep. You know, use the 3 B's. Bullets, bandages, and beans. Stack it from the floor to the ceiling. With that being said, I'm the Ancient Warrior, and we're out.